Having a wonderful day. Today what I got in store is I'm going to open up a Magic the Gathering Fire and Lightning Premium Deck Series 60 card all foil deck. I've never opened up one of these before and I've always wanted to. They seem interesting. They seem like a premium Magic the Gathering product since they are an all foil deck. I believe it is like a burn deck or something like that because you see like a ball lightning, a pillage, what is that? Chain lightning, the sticker's in the way. And yeah, so let's just go around and look at the box of it. It says Magic the Gathering Fire and Lightning Premium Deck Series. Got kind of like a dirty plastic on it. These things are smaller than I thought they would be for whatever reason. I don't know, I thought the packaging would be bigger. But it's interesting packaging, pretty big for just a small deck. It looks like once we take it out, it's going to look pretty barren inside there. Just some like stuff on the bottom. When did this come out? This came out 2010, so this thing's already like 8 years old, and they are creeping up in price. Its contents: 60 card premium foil deck, includes 6 rare cards. It's funny, it says it includes the 6 rare cards. Exclusive spin down life counter. Whenever it says the spin down life counter, I always think of something that like actually spins, not just the 20-sided dice. I wish they would be more specific. A foil deck box, which is right here. I hope it's plastic. If it's cardboard, that's going to be kind of disappointing, but we'll have to see. Strategy inserts and a Magic Learn to Play guide. Blaze your path. Baked or fried, you choose how to burn down your opponents with this powerful 60 card all foil deck. They keep saying all foil. It contains a famous flames, bolts, and beats from across Magic's history, including several never before released in foil. I think that's why these are so popular. There's quite a few that have never been foiled before. Blaze your path to victory and serve your foes well done. Funny. Alright, let's go to open it up and see what it's about. I really do hope that the little deck protector is plastic instead of cardboard. If it's cardboard, I feel like it should be, for the premium feel of this, it should be plastic. Little beat. How do we open this up? Interesting packaging, rounded, and yeah. The box. I'll just put it back here and go ahead and open this up. Like I said, it's gonna be pretty barren. They could have really put all the packaging in one small thing, but they wanted to make it feel bigger, to make it feel like a more premium product, thus wasting plastic. 2 parts, and it is cardboard. Bummer. Bummer. Got a cool, nice clear, the spin down life counter. Awesome. And the little RFID sticker. It's trash. And looks like we got some cards here. Looks like there's 2. Cool. Just take them out for now. I'm surprised that they don't just have the rares up front, or maybe they did. I have to double check. Kind of don't like how they're in there. You kind of gotta force them out a bit. Got a lightning bolt, foil lightning bolt, and full chain lightning. That's pretty cool. Well, got 1 rare, 2 rare, 3 rare. So they had 3 rares up front. Cool. Giant Ballard, Task Mage. Interesting foils. They look pretty good. They got the set symbol over here. This is just a 2/2 creature, legendary creature, human spell, a shaper. Discard a card, destroy target blue permanent. 1 in a red, discard a card. Jala Ballard Task deals 3 damage to target creature or player. The creature dealt damage this way can't be regenerated this turn. Cool. 5 and 2, a red, discard a card. Jala Ballard deals 6 damage to target creature or player. Quite expensive for 6 damage. Ball Lightning. This is an interesting card. I don't remember where it first came out. Quite a while ago though. Is 6 in a 1 creature with haste and trample, and at the beginning of the end step sacrifice Ball Lightning. So it's a 3 drop for a 6 that will just attack right away. Pretty much it'd be awesome if it had flash. That would make it way crazy. You just play it out, you attack with it. Does 6 damage. It has trample, so even if it's blocked by like a 4 or something, it will still get 2 damage over. Interesting, and at the end of the turn, sacrifice it anyway, so you might as well use it. We got a Grib Lavamancer. Very cool. Looks like this guy's in the lava. He's got his hand reaching out. Reminds me of like Gem Palm Zombie. I think that's the name of it. 1 red, Human Wizard. It is a 1/1. It has red and a tap. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Grim Lava Mancer deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Not bad. It's like a shock, except you tap. Got a Jackal Pup. 1 red. Very bright foiling, almost rainbow-like. 2 and a 1. When Jackal Pup is dealt damage, it's dealt that much damage to you. Well, it's a 1-drop for 2/1. Don't let it get dealt damage. Looks like it's a little untamed. Looks like it's got a noose on its neck or something like that. Got some earrings, got some red eyes. Cool. Got a Pillage. 1 and 2 red. Sorcery. Destroy target artifact or land. It can't be regenerated. Very shiny foil. Very shiny foil. You got a Mog Fanatic. This goblin's diving out of the sky with a powder keg in his arm. No care in the world. You just see him floating in the sky. Interesting foils. The foils are very mirror-like. Definitely a different foiling process, I feel. 1 red for a 1/1 creature. Sacrifice Mog Fanatic. Mog Fanatic deals 1 damage to target creature player. I got it. Boom. Cool. You got a Fire Blast. This poor goblin stepped out of mine and is exploding. Look at his really huge ears. Very cool detailed green man. Nice lines. 4 and 2 red. Instant. You may sacrifice 2 mountains rather than pay Fire Blast mana cost. Fire Blast deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Got Price of Progress. 1 and a red. Instant. Price of Progress deals damage to each player to twice the number of non-basic lands that player controls. So if you have no non-basic lands, you won't get damaged. But if your opponent has a bunch of non-basic lands, they will get hurt. Interesting. Looks like a bunch of snakes or lizards or something. And these guys, looks like is he puking? They're choking on like gas or something like that. Not very good. The foiling is very intense. Got a Chain Lightning. This come from Legends, I think. Looks like a mage is chaining the lightning from the dragon to the dragon. They're casting it. Very cool, very bright, especially on the lightning. Very white hot. 1 red, sorcery. Chain Lightning deals 3 damage to target creature or player. That player or that creature's controller may pay 2. If that player does, he or she may copy this spell and choose a new target for the copy. So it's like a lightning bolt with a little bit of a drawback. Go ahead and lightning bolt one of their opponents, and if they pay 2 red, they can lightning bolt you back. Interesting. And then this is just a lightning bolt, a foil lightning bolt. Very cool. And it's a common, one of the best cards. Lightning bolt, 1 red. Lightning bolt does 3 damage to target creature or player. Doesn't get much better than that. Looks like the same mage. Just shocking everything. Very cool. So let's go ahead and open up this box. I just wanted to go over this, what is it, 8 cards that were in the front little thing. Very cool shiny box. It is cardboard, which is a shame. It really should be plastic for the price point. Yeah, it really should be plastic for the price point. And saying that's a premium deck series, giving you a cardboard box. If it's a premium deck series, you feel like you should be getting a premium plastic box. Looks like you got the wrapped papers here. Let's go ahead if I can open this. Rawr. Okay. Let me see. If only I had my knife with me. Okay. Rawr. And we got 2 rule books. Looks like one just talks about planeswalkers and stuff. Wow, they really gave you big ones back in the day. Parts of a magic card. Cool. This is pretty cool, especially to see a big sheet instead of just like a small little sheet that they give you now in like the deck builders toolkits and stuff like that. Talks about like tapping, lands, opponent's turn, your turn. This is too big to hold right here. Very cool. Just some good information that they give you. Just kind of have this hang out in the background. Tells you about card types and stuff like that. And then this is the Fire and Lightning Premium Deck Series. Tips and tricks, and I believe the card list. It tells you all the cards they have. Jackal Pup, Grim Lavamancer, Spark Element. How many lightning bolts do they give you? Oh, they give you 4 lightning bolt. That's awesome. That's awesome. That makes you feel good. And some lands. Urza's Legacy. And it tells you where that they come from. So you got cards all the way from Tempest to Fifth Dawn, Conflux, Planar Chaos, Stronghold. Cool. Oh yeah, the Mog flunkies. Time Spire, Urza's Destiny. Legends. Yeah, Chain Lightning is from Legends. Weatherlight, Thunderbolts, Alliances, Tempests. Cool. Limited Edition, Alpha. Fireball. Cool. Cool. Wow. So it comes with some interesting paperwork, and the deck itself. Oh, I forgot all the lands are foil as well. Never opened up a product like this, so I thought it'd be interesting. I thought I'd open it up for you guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. I got this thing stuck in my finger. I hate when this happens. Okay. Let's open this up and see what it's about. So we should have a bunch of mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21, just basic mountains. And they do give you like 5 of each art, I believe. I don't know where they got these arts from, if they're new from this set or they're taken from the sets around that time that they printed this. Oh, they give you quite a few more of this. This one's really cool. Interesting, looks like some cannon or something. Nice. And all these foils are extremely bright and very rainbowy, very prismatic. You got Teetering Peaks. Teetering Peaks. These rocks are just bounced up there. How did they get up there? No one knows. Teetering Peaks enters the battlefield tapped. When Teetering Peaks enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Tap to add red to your mana pool. So it's a land that it is a slow land because it enters the battlefield tapped. Sorry, my leg's falling asleep. But when it enters the battlefield, the target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So it gives them some strength. Got 2 of those. Put them in the land. Cool. Got a Githu Encampment. Githu Encampment enters the battlefield tap. A tap to add a red to your mana pool. Very cool landscape. Looks like there's some sort of tents they're camped up over there. It's the Githu Encampment. It's hard to see some of these the details because it is so foiled, but it's cool. 1 in a red, Githu Encampment becomes a 2/1 red warrior creature with first strike until end of turn. It is still a land. So pay 1 in a red, it becomes a 2/1 red warrior with first strike. First strike is awesome, does the damage first, and it's still a land. So you can still tap it for mana. Got a Barbarin Ring. Looks like some sacrifice circle or something like that. It's hard to tell if there's people standing up there. These cards are extremely foiled. That is for sure. Interesting. Maybe that's where they try to land when they skydive. The Mog. This guy. What's his name? This guy's trying to land right there. He's like, I'm coming. Anyways, this is a land. It has tap, add red to your mana pool. Barbarin Ring deals 1 damage to you, so it deals a damage to you. And it has threshold. So if there's 7 more cards in your graveyard, that's what lets you have threshold. It has a red and tap. Sacrifice Barbarin Ring. Barbarin Ring deals 2 damage to you. 2 damage to target creature or player. Activate this ability only if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. So you can use it like as a shock or something like that if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard. But you have to pay a red and tap it. If not, this land deals a damage to you if you want to use it. It's alright, that card. You got a Fireball. Ooh, just taking over. Huge fire. Reminds me of that one bonfire I went to. Very cool. Just big. These guys are just falling over. Their poor crops, whatever their spike crops were, are burning. It is X and a red. Fireball deals X damage divided evenly rounded down among any number of target creatures and or players. Fireball costs 1 more to cast for each target beyond the first. Cool. So, interesting. So if you want to have more targets, you have to pay 1 more. And Fireball does X damage divided evenly. So if you put an 8, it will do 8 damage to 1 creature. Or if you pay 9, it will do 4 and 4 to 1 creature, I believe. Cool. Sorcery. Got a sudden impact. 3 in a red. This poor guy got hit on the head, it looks like. Very cool art. Crazy foiling. I can't get over how metallic it looks. Instant. Sudden impact deals damage equal to that number of cards in target player's hand to that player. So for 4, 3 in a red, it will deal damage to how many cards they have in their hand to that player. So if they have a lot of cards in their hand, or they have a card like Spellbook and Enchantment like that out, and they have like a 10 card hand, boom, this would be great for that. Some say it's better to think before you act. While those people are considering all the options, it's usually when I kill them. That's pretty funny. Ooh, this card. I remember this card. This was, I remember in like 7th edition or something like that. Hammer of Bogarden. This guy, very cool line work, very cool art. Looks like he's got a crazy Thor hammer. He's got chains on his hand and he's smashing something. It's moving so fast it's leaving lines. He's forging something. 1 and 2 red. Hammer of Bogart deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So it's like a lightning bolt, but it costs 2 more. And it's 1 and 2 red. And then it has 2 and 3 red. Return Hammer of Bogart from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only during your upkeep. So if you want, you can pay 5, 2 and 3 red, and take this from your graveyard, put it in your hand. So it's like a flashback ability, but it's taking it and pulling it from your graveyard, not playing it for the ability. So if you want to play it total, you have to pay 2 and 3 red plus 1 and 2 red. So it's quite expensive, but cool. Gives you the option. You got a Flames in the Blood hand. And this is the guy in the box, actually. Reminds me of the guy from Resident Evil. Nemesis, I believe his name is. Flames of Blood hand. He's got some bloody hands. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the foiling is nice and is a premium product, but you can't see the art that well. I've never been a huge fan of foils, but I always wanted to open up one of these products to see what it's about. 2 in a red, instant Flame of Blood hand deals 4 damage to target player. That damage can't be prevented. If the player would gain life this turn, that player gains no life instead. So this is pretty cool. 3 cost, 2 in a red, 4 damage to the player, and if they gain life, they don't. And it's an instant. Cool. This is a cool art browbeat. Looks like this guy's coming up to this this little guy here. He's got a huge bald head. He's got books in the background. He's like in his territory, and he just wants to beat him up. 2 in a red. Any player may brow deal 5 damage to him or her. If no one does, target player draws 3 cards. Cool. So it's either you take 5 damage or let him draw 3 cards. So he's like, let me draw the card. Then if he's like, no, he's going to beat him up. Interesting. Oh, Reverberate. This is interesting. It's like pick a new target for your spell, I believe. And it looks like Chandra or something like that. Reverberate 2 red. Got those fireballs in her arm. It's an instant. It's a rare. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose a new target for the copy. So, if you play a lightning bolt, go ahead and pay 2 more. Copy that lightning bolt again. Cool. Like it. Or you could do it to your opponent, because it is an instant. Got a Thunderbolt. It's always hitting the dragons, the poor dragons. That one mage is just standing on top of the mountains when he sees a dragon fly by, or she. Boom. Crack him. Very cool sky. It looks like it's almost on fire. I'm not sure if it's red or not, just because of the foiling. You got the poor blue dragon just getting electrocuted. He's going to drop like a log. 1 in a red. Instant. Choose 1. Thunderbolt deals 3 damage to target player, or Thunderbolt deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. Cool. So it's 2 cost. 1 in a red for 3 damage, or 4 damage for a creature with flying. So this is pretty cool. Almost like a lightning bolt. Very cool. Miss it when the artist put their name on the picture. This is by Dylan Martins. Very cool art. Got a lightning bolt. I think there's a couple of these. I already looked at 3 of them earlier. Lightning bolt, the mage, sitting on top of the mountain, shocking whatever comes by. 3 damage to target creature or player. 1 red. Amazing card. Can't beat that for like quick damage. You can do that turn 1. Fire Servant. 3 and 2 red. This guy is just a fire suit. It's the guy from Fantastic Four. Boom. He's got a crazy skull looking face. He's just walking around the volcano. It came out of the earth. Creature elemental. Exactly. It's a 4/3 for 3 and 2 red. If a red instant or sorcery spell you control would deal damage, it deals double that damage instead. That's awesome. So if you have this guy out and you do a lightning bolt, it's going to do 6 damage for 1. That's That's just perfect. Very cool. Very good effect. 3 and 2 red for a 4/3 that helps damage all of these burn spells you have. Which this is a burn deck, so this will be great for it. And you only have one of those. It'd be cool if you had 2. You got a Keldon champion. This guy's crazy. He's got muscles everywhere. Got a metal glove on his hand. He can't grab anything with it. Who knows why he has that on? A huge sword in his hand. It came off this big seat there. And yeah, it's just walking around his temple or something like that. Crazy. 2 and 2 red. Haste. It's a 3/2, and it has Echo. Haste, you can attack them turn it comes into play. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this came under your control since the beginning of the last upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay its Echo cost. So the next turn you gotta pay its Echo cost, otherwise it goes away because he does his own thing. When Keldon Enchantress enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target player. Cool. So it has haste. It's a 3/2, and it does 3 damage when it comes into the battlefield to player. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Interesting choice. I thought it was going to be an all red, but this is a half green. I guess this is... I'm not sure if these are considered multicolor cards or not, because you can pay them with each. But very cool. Very cool. You can either pay whatever combination of red and green to get that. You can pay all red, you can pay all green, you can pay 2 green, 1 red, 1 green, 2 red, and yeah, and so on and so forth until your heart is happy. You got Bogart Ramagang. Looks like these guys are riding down this crazy log thing. Is this log thing alive? It kind of looks like a face on there. Or they're carrying this log and they're about to just ram into something. This guy with this crazy stone sword pointing forward. Don't want to get hit with that. It looks jagged. It looks nasty. That would just cut you up. It is a goblin warrior. It would be cool if this deck had a lot of goblins. It is a 3/3 creature for 3, either green or red or any combination. It has haste, and wither is awesome. This deals damage to a creature in the form of -1/-1 counters. So even if a creature is indestructible, if you attack with this and it brings it down to 0, it dies. So if it's an indestructible 3/3, this will still kill it, even though a 7/7 wouldn't kill it. Cool. Gotta love wither, and you gotta love goblins. Ooh. Got a Volshak sorcerer. She's got crazy bangles on her arm or something like that. She's holding this ball of lightning in the air. And, yeah, she's about to throw it down on the earth. 1 and 2 red for a 1/1 creature. It has haste. It has tap. Vlushkok sorcerer deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Cool. So it's a 1/1 creature. Kind of expensive to play, but it has haste. It can attack right away, or it can tap right away. And you can just have it tap instantly to do 1 damage to target creature or player. Finish off some creatures, slowly peg down your opponent. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You got a Cinder Pyromancer. Looks like he's got something in his arms, some like magical stone or something in his grasp. Very blue colors, very cool. Really looks good with the foiling, definitely. Interesting like hair and like garment. Very pointy. I feel like it would get caught on corners. 2 and a red. Creature Elemental Shaman. That's a 0/1. And it has tap. Cinder Pyromancer deals 1 damage to target player. Whenever you cast a red spell, you may untap Cinder Pyromancer. Interesting. So if you play him out, he doesn't have haste. I feel like this one is a little better unless you're bumping a bunch of like spells. Like if you play a bunch of lightning bolts, you can tap, have it do 1 damage, play lightning bolt, untap it, tap, have it do 1 damage, play another lightning bolt, untap it, and so on and so forth. Has to be red spell. And yeah, cool. But it's not a very strong person. 0/1, and it costs 2 and a red. But tap and it does a damage. Q. Ooh, I think I made a 3D card of this, guys. Mog Flunkies. These guys got big hunchbacks, got bumps on their heads, interesting ears. I don't think they have the ability to close their mouths. Just see a fly in their mouth. Yoke. Got some like spear. They're just walking around on patrol. Really nice shadowing. And yeah, I like it. 1 and a red creature, goblin. It is a 3/3. Mog Flunkies can't attack or block alone. But that's really cool because it's a 2 cost, 1 in red for a 3/3. But they have to attack with someone else or they have to block with someone else because they need their little buddy there. And you got a couple of them. Of course you do. Ooh, this is really cool art. Keldon Martyrers. Looks like some ape creatures or something like that. Or like, I don't know, and they got some crazy maces on chains attached to them. I feel like if you threw that and the chain still on your arm, it's just going to take your arm off. You got some crazy demon eyes and they're glowing, especially with the foil. Really like it. And you want to run into those three. I'm not sure what that is, if that's a piece of his weapon or just like a claw coming through from someone they're hurting. Anyways, this is a 1 and a red human warrior with Vanishing 3. This permanent enters the battlefield with 2 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When the last is removed, sacrifice it. It's a 3/3 creature for 1 and a red. When Keldon Martyr enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So right off the bat, it's going to do a damage when it comes into play. It has 2 time counters, so it's only going to be in the field for 2 turns. And when it leaves, it's going to go ahead and do 1 more damage. And it doesn't have haste, so it can only attack like once. But still, interesting. If there's a way you can add more time counters or double its counters, like populate or something like that, that would help it live. And it is a common. Very cool art. You got a couple of those guys. Looks like we got a Hellspark Elemental, 1 and a red. Some evil looking like scarecrow in the sky, made of clouds. Crazy smile on his face. You want to see that coming down with a storm right to your house. Knocking on the door. Don't open it. Creature Elemental. That's a 3/1 creature for 1 and a red. Trample and haste. Cool. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Hellspark Elemental. And as Unearth, 1 and a red. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exile at the beginning of the next end step, or if it would leave battlefield. Unearth only has a sorcery. So, it only lasts for 1 turn. It has haste. It's a 3/1 creature with trample and haste. And at the end of the turn, sacrifice it. The next turn, you can play it again, pull it out with haste, and attack with the 3/1 again. And then it leaves the game for good. This guy is strong, but he doesn't stay around long. Ooh, look at these crazy wonky eyes on these things. Pretty creepy. He's got a bizarre looking sword, an interesting shield with a stamp on it, a huge sword there. I'm not sure what this is, if this is in his mind what he's seeing, or that's really a big blue giant behind him. Very interesting art, really like it. This is by Scott M. Fisher. It is a 1 cost, either a red or a white. I'm not sure if these are a multicolor card or mono, because you can't pay half a red or half a white. It's either one or the other. I think they're both. And wow, look at that. It's a 1/1. It's a, what is this, a Kithkin, and it has red or white. Figure of Destiny becomes a 2/2 Kithkin Spirit. So interesting. You can make him stronger. It doesn't say it ends, it just says he becomes that. And it has 3. If Figure of Destiny is a spirit, it becomes a 4/4 Kithkin Spirit Warrior. Interesting. So that's 3 red or 3 white, or any combination of both. And then 6 red or 6 white, or any combination of both. If Figure of Destiny is a warrior, it becomes an 8/8 Kithkin Spirit Warrior Avatar with flying and first strike. Interesting. So you can pump this guy up if you have a lot of men on the field. He's good for early game, and right away you can turn him into a 2/2, but you gotta go through these steps. It reminds me of like a leveling creature or something like that, if you guys even remember leveling. And the only things that really level now, I guess, are like planeswalkers. Yeah, pretty much, I think. And yeah, interesting. It turned from a 2/2 to a 4/4 to an 8/8. And the last one is flying and first strike. So this little guy turns into him, and then this guy in the back, the huge one. Very cool. I understand the art more now. Like it. I really like that card. Got a Spark Elemental. There's 1 red. I'm not sure what that is. Some weapons or something like that. It looks like in some cavern, some Spark Elementals taking his arms and running around through the cavern, just climbing everywhere. Cool. Creature Elemental, Trample Haste. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Spark Elemental. It's a 3/1. So it comes in, has Trample and Haste, and then you sacrifice it. So, cool. Pretty cool for a little creature. It'd be cool if it had flash, but it doesn't. Got a couple of those. Got another Mog Fanatic. We checked out this guy earlier. And we also got another Jackal Pup. Alright, well, pretty cool product. Never opened anything like that. Definitely get a lot of eyes if you play with the all definitely get like a lot of eyes if you're playing with like an all foil deck or something like that. And yeah, pretty interesting product. Never thought I'd open one, never thought I'd get one, but I did. I just want to check it out and show you guys what's inside of it. Very big packaging for what it actually has. They could have really just packaged it inside this small little deck here, but they wanted to make it feel like more of a premium product. I wish that this was actually plastic, especially since they foiled it. You foiled cardboard. If it gets, I don't know, it could just get ruined real quick. Cardboard bends easily, plastic doesn't. I feel like for the premium product, they should have definitely included some sort of plastic. But that's just me. It'd be cool if it also had sleeves or something like that. It does come with a nice spin down. Pretty cool, like crystal red ruby. And yeah, just a bunch of cool cards. Got like chain lightning, bunch of lightning bolts. Got 4 of them. Just really cool cards, and some of them they said they haven't even foiled before. So I think that's the real pull point of this. Some cards are in there that are foiled that you couldn't get anywhere else. That's why I think these things tend to be going up in price a bit. And it'd be cool if they made another one of these in the future. I really want to get the Slivers one just because I love Slivers so much. But that one right now I think is like $170 or something ridiculous like that. So that's for another day. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for stopping by and have a wonderful day.